No one's watching anyway. Here we go.
Come here! Mark. Yeah! Oh no! Damn! Ooh, yeah! Fight somebody!
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Macho, you're so frozen.
I'm frozen.
Frozen and you're quiet. This is ridiculous.
I'll be right back.
Now Cal's gone.
I'm quiet.
It's the worst stream ever. It's fine.
I'm
quiet. It's all good. Just do it. You're good. Just do it.
Okay. Well, hold on.
Welcome everybody to Breaking Rad. Macho should be your host, but he's having problems tonight. So I am 6 AM Comics, and this is our glorious. We're in the middle of the Tuesday night stream wars, and we're always losing. So we're gonna hang out tonight. Macho, are you back? Do you want to tell us tell our 4 viewers what the theme is tonight?
I'm here. Can you all hear me? Am I
Yes.
good at all?
You're on a fighter jet, apparently, but yeah.
I don't know what's wrong. I might have to take a little bit of a hiatus to fix whatever's going on with my freaking computer. But tonight we're gonna do we're gonna go back in time. I'm gonna transport you all back to the year 1994, and we're gonna relive the glory of the video games that were released, the incredible music that was produced, and some of the magical cinema experiences that we all had back in 1994. So get your, you put on your, get your wrestling buddy, put on some comfy sweatpants or something, grab some pizza pockets and be ready for that little nostalgia trip. And then I believe we also have atop that, I have one anyway.
Indeed.
Partially on my phone, partially on my computer. And yeah. What else we got? Anything else? You got anything else?
That was good. You scared away 3 viewers with that
Perfect.
That little rundown.
Well,
what we're going for.
But good on you. Good on you. I feel like we're listening to a time capsule of Macho from the past. That quality Fisher Price tape recorder audio he's got going on there. Good stuff.
Is it any better now?
That is so much better.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. All right. It's weird. I had my AirPods in, and for some reason the AirPods aren't doing so hot. Whatever.
It's all right, man.
Well, I can't even see you guys because my video is all messed up.
I'm gonna send you a new Net Zero disc. We can get that reinstalled.
Yeah, please do. Well, I want to
reinstall. It might clear up.
I want to show you guys my screen. It'll probably hold on. Can you share that? Does it look funky?
It looks exactly how it's supposed to look.
Dude, it just shuts off. I don't even know what I mean. Like it goes right back. That's crazy. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I just want people to know if they're watching.
Why don't you no, we all believe you. It's all good. You got your video files messed up, whatever. It's running that Pentium 586. He went back to 1994 for this. Impressive. Play a little Doom later.
Oh man, if only.
Do we want to go around the StreamYard room and say what all we got going on? How about we start? Let's start with Cal.
Yeah.
What you got going on?
I am currently.
Oh gosh.
So you guys all know all the stuff I'm working on. The main thing is I'm working with this boy down here on a pilot, a TV pilot, a pilot for the TV. Not a plane flyer guy, but like a show. The first episode of a show. It's cool. We're digging it. That's all I'm working on.
Oh, Dan's gone. It's all good. He didn't like that idea, but
Sorry, Macho. It's just that's what we want to do. I don't know what else to tell you.
It's all good. I'll just share. I've been working on Starfetched. I just finished up page 60. There's page 60 right there. 60 pages finished so far.
It is beautiful.
We get our first glimpse of Lily's little spacesuit back there. She's working on.
Yeah, that's cool.
It may or may not show up later. We'll see. But yeah, 60 pages down, and I have no idea how many more left to go. Probably a lot. We'll see. I'm aiming. I say it every year. This is the year it's finished. But
is this going to end on a cliffhanger, or is this going to be a stand?
I don't do cliffhangers. No, it is a contained story. I leave room open if I want to do a sequel later. I can, but it ends. It has a full start to finish story.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
I don't do cliffhangers. That's also that puts me in a position where I have to make a sequel, and I might just want to never draw again when I'm finished with this. So that's how I feel when I work on it. So, yeah, we're leaving that open. We're just gonna leave that as is. So, Mr. Murdoch, do you want to play some of your beats for us? I discovered today that David does music, and I messaged him. I was like, dude, when did you start doing music? He was like, I've been doing it since I was 16. Apparently,
forever.
Of like stuff. Oh man, we got people in the comments. We got Stat. Oh, I have not been paying attention at all. What's up, Benny? Good day. How are you? And Stat. Good people.
Statistical Zero.
Stat has been kicking our butts in the streaming world.
He sure has.
Streams religiously now, and every time I go on YouTube, I see Stat streaming, and he's got like 1,000 viewers, or like 20.
Same.
Between 20 and 1,000, he's usually got a good chunk of viewers. So, but he's killing it. He's doing comic strips now. I guess he's going to be putting out his own book. Am I correct, Statty? Doing his own book here. But I think that's what he's been talking about on Twitter. He's been doing all kinds of strips. There he is. 9 to 10 hours, whatever. You stream 9 to 10 hours a day. You're always on. Every time I turn on YouTube, Stat Zero's streaming. And Amanda B's in there. And all the people I wish used to be on our streams, but they just hang out with Stat now.
They don't care about us anymore. They hate us. They hate us.
Dave, you gonna play those sweet beats for us?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think I'm gonna grab where I tweeted it, and then because if I just pull the window up, there's not the audio option, so
it's all good.
You won't hear anything, and that kind of isn't going to help with it being audio.
Stat, if you want, man, we're just we're kind of hanging out. We're going to talk about 1994 tonight. We figured we go back 30 years and reminisce about stuff that we loved. So you're more than welcome to come chill with us tonight if you would like.
Oh yeah,
I'll send you a link.
Oh, but we don't get any Coffee Brothers.
Oh, you could do the Coffee Brothers at stage.
We didn't give them any headway to.
Can you? Will the audio play on that? Yeah.
All right. So what I did before just jumping right into it. So I'm working on beats for a game project, and the game project's going to have kind of a Wu-Tang, Boondocks, hip hop flavor to it. So what I've been doing to see, it's kind of how I'm trying to figure out if the beats sound good enough. I'll work on the beat, and then I go over to YouTube and I look for a rapper who is doing something in a cappella at the same BPM as the song. And
nice.
then I will play the YouTube video and then hit play on the track to see if it works. So this was Jadakiss. His acapella.
Yo, listen to thugs need it. Hoes gonna use it. Me, I'm just a young nigga that make old music. Shit is real. I put the M for the 4. Keep it with me, cause possession's 9/10 of the law.
Can you hear it okay?
Yeah.
Doing
Dude.
all out of kin. Even had a daughter born out of sin. Nigga, I make pain cinematic. I spit dope and you been an addict. Been a treat beef like
Tick me
jail
off, man.
summertime. Something big with the scope under the winter jacket. I use the winter tactics. And I know you're trying to play the role, but bullets the wrong shit to interact with. I heard the game. Hurt
So this the loop is just kind of the bones of it. Obviously.
Dude, you ticked me off. I'm annoyed that you've had this skill and you haven't told me about it. We're gonna find out, like, Dave does, like, opera also.
Yeah. Only on Thursdays, so
Turns out he has the voice of an angel. Dude, this sounds good, man. I'm mad at you.
anyway, so that's the
And that is Dave rapping, just so you guys know.
yeah. You didn't know? I want to show you this too, so because of all the stuff I'm juggling. I was telling you I'm working on Drag the Dead, right? A new level for it.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So before I pop this up,
Big stat.
The,
Hello, everybody.
there's AI has been, talked about a lot recently, and it's the big recent things are there's something with Sports Illustrated supposedly using AI to create content for swimsuit issue or something like that, and then Pal World. So I haven't been able to check the game out yet. It looks great, actually. It looks like a lot of fun. Anyway, those developers use a lot of AI apparently making the game, so they're catching heat for that, which I think is idiotic because AI tools are completely legitimate tools. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's the reaction of particular communities is like ridiculous, and then you have the Taylor Swift stuff, which is also hilarious because these people do these AI images of her, and everybody's losing their mind, and it's like, people have been using Photoshop to do this stuff for a really long time, or they get like lookalikes, right, to make pornos. And do you guys remember when what's her face, Sarah Palin was running for VP?
Oh yeah.
And that was a big huge thing. Like Larry Flint had made some porno of her with some lookalike lady, and like this is nothing new, right? But so the fact that somebody used AI to do it it's like, so what? Like that people have been doing this for, I don't know. Anyway, so people are like going right, but this is social media, and I honestly don't think that the majority of people like actually really care. They kind of just worry about the content at the end of the day.
This is my favorite Taylor Swift thing I've seen on the internet today.
So
Okay.
so with Drag the Dead, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a new level and I'm gonna use AI to do the level. So I'm doing this kind of a anime theme level. I have all the textures I've done, like the tileable stuff, all is out of Midjourney. I've been using Blockade Labs, and then there's this other one called Genie, and I was working on that today. So I've made these like really ugly assets out of there, like the foliage and trees and stuff like that. And then the idea is I'm gonna take the zombies and I'm gonna put these like big heads on the zombies, like masks, and that's what I'll show you. I gotta pull them up though, because it's funny to me, like it's hilarious. In this, so anyway, the program Genie, I think it's from Luma. You go into Discord and you run your prompts, and it spits out the assets, and then you can get like a refined version. So the first today, well, you're capped, so I can only do so many a day. So this was the first one that I'm doing for the NPZs, and I
love it.
My prompts was, I think it was like cute chibi Wojak. And so all the stuff that was producing. I'm like, this is awesome. This is like the AI chibi Wojak that's gonna go for the regular MPZs. So then I'm like, hey, all right. So now I got to make a head for the fatty, and so then I put in same kind of thing, like cute chibi obese woman with blue mohawk and thick rimmed glasses. And so then I got this one, and so that's the head.
dude.
That's the head that's gonna go on the fatty. That's the one that explodes in all the rainbow goo.
Jeez.
And then
That's
I was
awesome.
thinking, so for the Christmas level, we added like suicide bombers, and we put like a great big Christmas present on their head, and they just run at you, blow up, and you can hear jingle bells. So then I was like, oh, okay, so maybe we can keep the suicide bombers, do a different version for the AI level. And so I ended up with this, and I don't know if you know
So the realistic
yeah.
Mickey.
the reference, but like there was a kind of like Hamas ISIS TV show for kids a long time ago, and they had this mouse character named Farfour, and Farfour got killed by the Jews on the
Oh my gosh.
and so then all the kids in the show were like, oh, we have to avenge Farfour, and it was like,
Oh my gosh.
so I'm like, all right, so we got to do a Farfour suicide bomber.
Oh my gosh. No.
And then where I ended, because then I had another great idea. I started searching, but I didn't get anything usable yet. But then I thought to myself, oh, what if we do another zombie type? And then I was thinking to myself, what would be hilarious is if we do a zombie that's like a chibi Hasidic Jew head, and that one pops out of the ground and then comes running at you. Like, so they don't spawn in and come, they'll like pop out of the ground right there. So then I gotta still do some other heads, for them. But
Oh, sweet Moses.
and anyway, I'm only using AI for this stuff. There's a couple assets I picked up. Like I got this really funny like Nintendo Pokemon-esque music for the level, and then there's a couple shaders and things like that. But otherwise, everything I'm adding in on this level is coming out of the AI stuff. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
Stat,
What's up?
buddy. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Good. What you got going on, dude? We're just sharing what we're working on, and then we're gonna reminisce about 1994. And
Why 1994? I'm curious.
30 years ago, man.
That's it.
30 years.
That's it.
We had
That's
no
the only
ideas for
thing?
tonight. This was Mutt decided to bail on us for like a sixth time in the last few months.
Oh
and,
no!
Macho clearly having technical difficulties tonight. And so this is what we got.
All right,
This is what we're
here
doing.
we do have a top that too, but that'll
Yeah, we
take
got top
Oh.
10 also.
I'll
You can help me.
yeah,
judge
I'm
it.
working on a daily strip, and I got a backlog going. Here's one of them.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I love it. I'm gonna go full screen.
I don't know if you can read that.
Yeah, can we get that bigger somehow?
Oh, hold on a second. Let me just
Make it larger.
stop sharing one
Oh.
second. Let me just.
You sound more tired than usual, Stat. You've been streaming too much.
No,
Too
get
much
I
streaming.
knows of. No, it's only been like 10 hours this month. It has been. This puppy's taking up
10
a
hours
whole
a
lot
day
of time.
is what you've been doing. Every time I
10
hop on
hours a day.
YouTube, Stat's streaming. Every time.
All right, here we go. This is now we got it. All right. So for the first few strips, he's invented an AI named Mr. Greatest 1.0, and I decided that this character will pop up in different versions and incarnations throughout the entire strip. So there he is. That's what the charade's going to end. I'm pulling the plug. Wait, I apologize for my previous behavior. Please look into this image window to see the previous thing. He had a bunch of really terrible AI pictures, and he's laughing at him because he did it on purpose. So there he says, that's more like it. Wow. Simple, effective.
Dude, I wish we could go back to the funnies in the paper and bring that back. That would.
I'll try
I
my
don't know if
best.
they still do the funnies, but
They do, but they're not that funny, most of them.
yes, man. You are our last hope, keeping it alive.
Ha!
You can do it.
I'm sure there's a bunch of them online that nobody's.
Stat says he's or not Stat Pixel. I always mix your names up. He's working on a secret cover.
Nice.
What a secret cover for what?
It's a secret.
For Stat?
He's working on a cover for Fight Club.
Oh,
Yep.
I knew it.
He didn't want to tell you.
Can't talk about it. Well, you
Can't
can
talk
do it
about
now.
that. Maybe
do
if
it
they
now.
sign. Do you think they signed NDAs at like fight clubs?
Fight Club.
Pass the
I'm
clipboard around.
he signs it himself as two different people, and
Mhm.
yeah, spit blood on it. So look, I guess we'll move on. Macho, he's there, but Macho, are you actually with us, or are you just? Kind of
I'm listening. I'm trying.
Oh
to,
my
I-
gosh,
I-
you sound horrible. You sound terrible.
Don't
Not
you have to
shame
shame
you,
him?
man.
I,
He likes it.
all technology has failed me tonight. My computer crapped out. I'm on my phone, which seems to be connecting and disconnecting. It doesn't work.
This takes me
I
back
don't know
to
what
like
to
our
tell you
early
guys.
streams. Remember when he would stream from his closet, and he'd be sitting there on like a pile of beers and stuff. And well, look, I'm gonna kick us off. Oh, he's just gone. I embarrassed him. I'm just gonna kick us off. I'm gonna show. I pulled up a list of all the games that came out in 1994, and this list was insane. And I didn't realize how awesome 1994 actually was. But this is like a huge year. Well, I guess I don't know how the best way to do this. I'll just share my. I'll share the window. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll do that. Boom shakalaka. Look at this.
Ooh.
Super
Super
Metroid.
Mm.
Super Metroid, like
Country.
apparently like the greatest Metroid game of all time, came out in 1994. Donkey Kong Country.
Oh.
This was
Earthworm
sort of
Jim.
the second life of the Super Nintendo year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim. God bless Doug.
I remember seeing Donkey Kong Country demos in Kmart.
Yeah.
Whatever, you go in there and you got the controllers floating there, and you can.
That
Play
game's
yourself.
so
Donkey
fun.
Kong never appealed to me. I never cared about that game. Everybody swears by it, but it does nothing for me.
It's a fun game.
Donkey Kong Country?
I
still
like that one. It's the
It's
only
a-
Donkey Kong game I liked, but yeah, it was good.
It just I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. It's fighting like goofy.
How did I
looking
get
pirates
anything
and
done
stuff,
that
and-
year? I played Super Metroid, Earthworm Jim. I played Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country, Final Fantasy VI, which was Final Fantasy III.
Ooh,
I
Killer
bet
Instinct.
down.
I played a lot of Killer Instinct at the arcade.
Yeah, me too. Good
AVP
character.
came out in '94. Hot dang!
What's that?
AVP came out in '94. Wow.
Oh, shoot,
That was
I
a
didn't
great
see that
game
one.
too.
Is that the Super Nintendo one or the arcade
Oh,
one?
that's the Super
It's
Nintendo.
the beat 'em
one,
up.
okay.
That's the the beat 'em
Never
up.
mind. Yeah, I suppose the other one would have been like 96, 97,
I
or
love
98.
that beat 'em up game.
No, it was 99. No.
That and like X-Men were the main reason I got MAME eventually. This one I didn't realize. Doom 2 came out. in,
Wow.
94, which is many hours wasted there.
XCOM was a good time.
Need for Speed, Tekken.
Tekken. Tekken sucked. The first one, it wasn't that good.
You shut your filthy mouth.
Compared to the second one, compared to the third one,
When games like Tekken were coming out, though, that was
yeah, that
it was
was.
like it was like mind blowing. Like this is 3D.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, like
Real
in
it
hindsight,
is.
like the second one was, well, it was hard, but it was.
It's even more realistic than Virtua Fighter.
Oh, Virtua Fighter.
How did they improve? Wing Commander 3 featuring that was Mark Hamill, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
See that? I wonder if he was forcing his kids to have abortions that year, or if that came later.
Oh my gosh.
Wario's Woods, last NES game.
Super Bomberman. I still play the Bomberman games. I
love
love
Bomberman.
the Bomberman games.
Bomberman. Oh, Virtua Fighter 2. Was this the first Warcraft game?
Yeah, I've got the second one on
It was
PlayStation.
called
It's
Orcs and
great.
Humans. That was the name of it.
Yeah.
I was always more of a StarCraft guy. Sorry,
Heretic was a good game.
Heretic was a good game.
I enjoyed that one.
We pastor's kid at our church. You know how pastors' kids always were sketchy, and he had this Russian this Russian CD he stole from Russia somewhere. They were like missionaries in Russia for a while, and he like came back with a CD. Like 90% of it was viruses, but it also had like these copies of like Heretic, and so we play in the church basement until his pastor dad came down and yelled at us for playing, witchcraft games and and whatever other viruses he installed in the church computer that year.
Castlevania Bloodlines was an
Good
awesome
times.
game.
Definitely.
Genesis's only version. Yeah, it was great.
I pictured Cal was the kind of guy that played like FIFA, and like NFL
Right.
and Madden.
King's Field, I played that. King's Field is made by From Software. It's the proto Dark Souls. They made that, and it's a super hard, but it's like a 3D, first-person 3D medieval fantasy game, and it's super duper hard. It started that whole trend of From Software making really hard games. Great game.
I like NHL 94.
NHL. Oh, I played the NHL game. I actually did play the NHL games. That was
First,
They were
94
impossible,
had the
but-
one-timer, man. That was great.
Is Star Wars TIE Fighter the 3D game? Like
yes,
a cockpit shooter?
yes.
I
The
remember
sequel
that
to
one.
X-Wing, and it's like one of the greatest like space shooters ever. After Descent, which is
X-Wing.
about as good as it gets.
Adventures of Batman was actually pretty decent
Yeah, that was
for
good.
for a licensed game.
SNES? Yeah, that was a good
Ugh.
one.
Mighty Max. Hated Mighty Max. Animaniacs, the game. Play that. I don't know. Maybe
Fighter
there's more from this year. There was one. So look, I went back 40 years initially looking at this, and I found an even greater game that y'all might not remember, but it was called. I'll share my screen. The text adventure Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh.
Oh, this ripped off that movie.
What?
just kidding.
Yes, I want color. Just a text adventure. I don't even know how you play this game, but there it is. Hitchhiker's Guide
Pitch
to the
Black.
Galaxy.
Like, type in. Are you playing right now or what?
Yeah, this is the game.
Type in light match.
Match. I don't know the word match. Light.
Yeah, there you go.
Good start to the day. Pity it's going to be the worst one of your life. The light is on now. Bedroom in the bed. The bedroom is a mess. It is a small bedroom with faded carpet and old wallpaper. There is a wash basin,
Mhm.
a chair with a tatty dressing gown slung over it, and the window with the curtains drawn. Near the exit leading south is a phone. There is a flathead screwdriver here outside the bed. There is a toothbrush here outside the bed.
Oh, I remember these.
They like pick up flathead.
Toothbrush. Stuffing the toothbrush in your mouth would do little help at this point. Anyway, we don't have to play the game, but
I was curious
40
if you were
years.
able
I
to
went
get
back 40 years. I went up Macho on this one. So. I don't know. So there you a little taste of 1990. This is the world 30 years ago in entertainment. I don't know if you guys looked up any 1994 related material.
I just
Cal,
looked up
if you
some
had
comic stuff because I thought
Comics in 1994.
mm-hmm.
Comics. Yeah, I'm not
some
gonna.
interesting stuff.
Well,
You had World's Finest with Dan Brereton. You had Marvels came out that year. 0 Hour was going. Superman Hunter Prey with the Doomsday sequel. You had Kyle Rayner debuted, I believe, 1994.
oh, I got one for you.
Bone Saga.
Scott Summers marries Jean Grey in 1994. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, back when they had heterosexual plot lines.
Long time ago.
Nowadays, it'd be like
Gen 13 debut. Judge
Iceman
Dredd
gets his taint
Batman.
tickled in 1994.
Oh, Gen 13. Oh.
Mad Love came out that year.
Mad Love.
Batman, the Harley Quinn origin. Mask of the Phantasm adaptation came out that year.
Wait, the Mask of the Phantasm, was that movie? Did that come out in 94?
The comic adaptation did at least.
The heck?
Batman vs.
We're
Predator 2, my least
we're
favorite of
old.
the three Batman vs. Predators, came out that year.
Freaking old. The heck? G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, is canceled with issue number 155.
Hmm.
A dark year for Mark Bolton. Poor Mark. I didn't know that was ever canceled in the first place. G.I. Joe got canceled? I thought it just kept
Really?
going.
Eventually.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, it went over to I think they Devil's Due maybe rebooted it, and then it went to IDW.
Okay.
I think Hasbro put it on a moratorium for a while.
It's under
Sometimes they'll do that with-
Skybound Image now.
Yeah.
They're killing it. Just throwing that out there.
What is?
The Skybound Image stuff, like Transformers, the G.I. Joe
Oh.
stuff. They've all got coming out. I got a little
That's
short.
because they got Daniel Warren Johnson doing Transformers now, right?
Dude, that book's so good.
I haven't even read it yet, but I love everything he does. Kyle Rayner is introduced as the Green Lantern in 1994.
Mhm.
She-Hulk is canceled.
Mm. That would have been the Burn stuff.
Mark Spector, Moon Knight is canceled. I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird year. It wasn't like huge events. 0 Hour DC was doing, but that I don't remember that carrying over all that great. Clone Saga, I think, was over at Marvel. We all know how popular that was.
Oh, is that the Spider-Man one?
Yeah,
That's
like
hey,
Ben Riley and is it Spider-Man?
Spider's
isn't it?
awesome.
Yeah,
What's
but that miniseries wasn't. People hated that thing. I don't think.
What was the hatred towards that? Because I don't know a ton about that particular series. I know people don't like it, but what was the big offense with the Clone Saga?
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it dragged on too long. It was a long storyline that not a whole lot happened. And
Was
at
it
the
like
very
something
end, it was just
specifically
kinda like,
offensive though? Like one more day, I guess. And
I don't think so. I mean, you
'cause
know,
that gets
the
a
whole
lot
time,
of hate.
the whole time. I mean, you know, you're thinking it's Peter Parker, and it's not Peter Parker. It's Ben Riley, and then, you know, they fight who is who, and then Ben's like, "All right, fine, I'll just leave." You know, it kind of was anticlimactic for like a year and some change following it. So it was a big waste of time.
I get people
they
at
have,
the
like,
shop that love
what's-
Ben Riley.
Oh, Ben Riley was people liked
Yeah.
Ben Riley. It was just the storyline was not well received.
Yeah. I got a customer named his kid after him.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Like named him Benji after.
Benji? Wasn't that a dog?
Yeah.
No. Oh yes, it was a dog.
Poor
but,
kid's
you know,
gonna
yeah,
deal with that all his life.
He,
It was like
he named him
retroactively. He was
Ben.
like, "No, you're named after the Spider-Man character."
he named him after Ben Riley. Calls him Benji.
Benji.
but- They're hardcore. Some of these folks.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine if they named the kid after Iceman, and then what they did to Iceman later?
Well, Bobby's a pretty
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob.
My bus driver was named Bobby. She was a woman, and very butch woman, and
Oh.
she ended up getting fired because she drove a bus like off the road because she was drunk. So-
Oh, well, that took a
New Hampshire
that took a
bus
left
driver,
turn.
baby.
Wow.
They didn't mess around. They always smelled like cigarettes and defeat. And,
Defeat.
and they were in charge of your children's lives.
Brilliant.
I had a good bus driver. I think the worst thing he did was he was a welder, but he didn't use gloves, if I remember right. That was his thing. He just didn't use gloves when he welded.
That video of that dude like putting his hand in the lava. He slaps it through the lava. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Fearless. And, doesn't even burn his
probably,
hands.
probably lost that hand later.
Held it in too long.
Deal. Had to do it for the gram.
So check this out: 1994 in movies. Forrest Gump, The
Mm.
Lion King, True Lies, which is gonna
Ooh.
the king of the whole list right there. The Santa Claus,
Okay.
which my kids have grown to love, and
Mhm.
oh, Macho's back.
Well, it looks
Dumb
like
and
it's
Dumber,
working.
Clear and Present Danger, Speed, The
Wow.
Mask, Pulp Fiction. It's a freaking awesome year.
I went to the Mask in the theaters.
Did you really?
Yeah, my brother took me.
Smoking.
It was like
Yeah.
The Mask, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter all within like a couple of years there.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that was such an experience. Mortal
Good
Kombat.
to be a kid.
Oh man, Mortal Kombat.
What
Man.
are we on movies? Have we already covered any other topics?
We're kind of
while
just breezing through stuff, man. It's not really, we went through video games. There were a lot of good video games.
I've
we
been
went
beating
through.
my head against this computer to try and make it work, and
It's not worth the stress, man.
oh
Yeah.
gosh, at least I made another work.
We don't need you. We got stat. It's all good.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
It's not
I
true.
don't
We
care.
need-
At this point, I'm happy to leave and just go put my head in the sand somewhere. It's fine.
oh, Macho, we want you here.
Don't
It was
don't you don't encourage this crap. When children act like children, let them be children. So,
What the hell?
you
Mark
get
All
it.
right.
is practicing tough love.
Well,
I've
since
had a rough day with the kids today, so I really have no pity for
okay,
childish
well,
behavior, Daniel.
since you were on a roll, you should continue.
Hey, look, we looked at comics
Mm-hmm.
in 1994, and Jean Grey and Scott Summers got married. That was in 1994. What else happened? G.I. Joe got canceled. What was the other one that got canceled? Something else got canceled that year. I'm off the page
She-Hulk.
now. She-Hulk got canceled.
Mm.
Stat had a few interesting ones too. Oh, Macho, I'm sorry. Hey, Trusty.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm staying.
Trusty the
Dude, when
sidekick.
was the last time Trusty was in our chat?
That's a great
1994
question.
also?
1994.
Back when we were streaming in 94? What did you guys ever do any form? Did you guys used to make videos with your friends when you were
yeah.
growing up?
I
that
was
a thing
9.
you guys did? Huh?
I was 9.
Did you have access to a camcorder?
No,
No.
What?
I had access to a tree.
Or-
I would
I was-
climb up and fall off of just for fun. That's what we had in the country. Every once in a while, I'd touch that horse fence and get a little shock and fall down.
Oh man, we used to play by the power lines. That was like our fun time. We'd go in, there was these giant power line fields, and you'd be like picking ticks off yourself afterwards because it's all like tall grass.
Sounds fun.
And, it was a good time. You flick them off. I never got one. My friends had them all the time, and that's what we did for fun. We played near the power lines. This is a good old time in New Hampshire, right there.
We had a lake in our backyard. Well, it's like a pond. It's not really a lake. A large pond, and we'd go down there and fish and catch turtles and get stuck in the mud, lose your shoes in the mud, stuff like that. It was awesome. Kids don't have that nowadays.
Especially my kids. I don't let them out of the house. So I'm like, there's
Is that what that
Weird.
white
all
door
the
is
duckers
back
out
there?
there. They're all coming over the border. Don't go out there. Stay safe with Daddy inside. Here's your iPad. Stare at the screen where you're safe.
You don't introduce them to a lot of like old games or anything like that?
I've tried. It was like they're better at them now because they have Switches and they play all the Mario stuff now. But I remember I tried introducing. They were used to iPads, and I gave them. I let them play my Nintendo once. And watching a kid who's grown up on iPad try to use a controller and like just not know what to do with that after they're done trying to touch the screen.
What did
What
you put them on?
What's that?
What games you put them on?
Oh, Mario. I mean, if
Oh,
you
I was
go
hoping for
big or
some
go
Mega
home.
Man 2 and just watch them as they just
One of
Black.
them almost had a panic attack when they realized there was a timer. They weren't used to those either. Like, "What?
like 400
Gotta go." And, yeah, kids are soft. They're soft now.
they are now.
We had an empty lot next to our house that we turned into a BMX course.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
I had a big bush in the
That's
middle
what I
of the yard.
expected Macho to say he did in his childhood.
No, I mean I rode I rode bikes around the neighborhood, but I never was able to make anything to a BMX course. I wish.
You didn't like dig stuff in the backyard or something and make like dirt tracks and stuff?
I mean, yeah, we did. I mean, maybe a little bit of that, but I was a lot older when I was able to do that stuff. If I did that in the backyard, my dad would have been mad.
Hmm.
We had a common lot. I was able to get down there and do some stuff there sometimes.
We used to jump naked in the snapping turtle water. See who
I
got
mean,
first.
there was
Back in the
definitely
Virginia
snapping turtles.
backwaters. Huh?
There's definitely snapping turtles.
Y'all had snapping turtles?
Heck yeah, we used to catch them all the time.
Did you poke them with sticks?
We caught. I remember we caught one time, and my buddy was like, "I'm gonna keep it," and he put it in this like the trash can, like his parents would throw all the trash into. But he like kept the snapping turtle in there, and he like put water in there, and he would like go get it deli meat and feed it ham and stuff. And then his parents went to put the trash out one day and realized there was a snapping turtle in the trash can, and he got in trouble.
I gotta imagine that's why they look so friggin' angry all the time. Is like people see them and they just gotta like try to poke them with the stick and watch them like snap the stick. Like,
Yeah, they're mean.
they're mean.
It's because you're poking them with sticks all the time. Of course they're mean.
You'd see them like in the springtime. The ducks would have little baby ducks, and they'd follow them around, and you'd see there'd be like 4 or 5 baby ducks, and they'd be all in a line, and then all of a sudden there'd only be 3 baby ducks. And you're like, where'd the baby ducks go? I don't know where the baby ducks went.
Do they eat baby ducks?
Oh yeah, they'll come up underneath them like Jaws.
Wait, are snapping turtles carnivorous?
Oh.
Oh yeah,
What?
100%. Yes. Yeah,
I thought
they're
that was
mean.
just a defense thing. I thought they eat like seaweed.
No. My brother would catch them. He'd he'd get a big hook for like tuna or something, like deep sea fishing, and he'd put a chicken livers on it and just throw them into the water, and he'd leave them for like hours and come back, and they won't let go once they've bitten something. So you could just pull them in with your hand and pull them up on the land. It's crazy.
Well, now I don't feel bad
Oh.
about poking them with sticks. I didn't
They're
know
stupid. They're like dinosaurs, man. They're dumb.
I never are all turtles. Not all turtles,
No.
just the snapping ones.
No, I don't think all of
they'll
them.
eat flies and stuff like that, or whatever, insects and things. So
Nah, that's just gross. But
doing us a solid, man. More of those things, less mosquitoes and things.
we used to have horse flies in New Hampshire. That's what we did. We'd swim under. They bite you all the time, but you go underwater to hide from them.
Yeah.
And they'd be waiting for you when you came out. They'd swarm over the same spot that you went under at. I used to
I
sell
know.
vegetables in my neighborhood. I had a cart. A neighbor had a garden. I had
Oh,
a cart I'd push around. I had made a little sign that said "Honest Mark's Vegetables." Fruits
you're
and
like
veggies.
Honest
Either-
Mark.
So
were you the
I would go around door to door selling the vegetables from the garden.
I bet Mark sold onions. But he was the onion kid.
No onions. I was not the onion kid.
Hey,
I was
onion kid.
Strawberry boy. That was
I'm honest, Mark. I'm not onion. Kid.
Honest Mark. You want some eggplants? Can I interest you in a cantaloupe? Nah, but so I had this big wheelbarrow, and I got chased down the neighborhood by a horsefly running with this cart of fruits and veggies, and I dropped it in my yard. I ran inside and hid for a good minute, and the horsefly was waiting for me when I came back outside.
Yes.
You need to go outside, Buffy.
And eventually,
I
you
guess
just
he
kind
didn't
of
want any vegetables.
eventually, yeah, it didn't want the vegetables. I was like, just take the fruit. It's fine.
Mr. Horse Fry, would you?
Eventually, you just give in and you let it bite you, just so it'll go away. And
No, you can kill it.
Yeah, you could
No.
slap them.
if you're quick enough, I was a very
Yeah,
slow child.
I've definitely got some. Yeah, you're slow because you've been pushing that cart around smelling onions all day.
I was so swole. I wasn't fast. I was swole from moving that thing. Swollen from all the horsefly bites. Pushing my cart around. I wouldn't have sold you vegetables. You're a jerk. You called me onion boy.
I'd be like, hey, onion boy, got any potatoes? I want a potato.
Guys, so you don't get my bell peppers.
Yeah, bell pepper.
I made a killing on strawberries though. Those sold
Yeah?
like hotcakes. Hotcakes.
Well, it's
There was an
good-
old lady up the street. She'd buy like 20 quarts of them.
Oh my gosh.
Made
So
like
did
60
you have
bucks
to go
each one.
pick all these and like put them in little plastic containers or whatever?
We had these little styrofoam quart containers. They were just like these little, not styrofoam, they're little cardboard containers, and you fill it up with strawberries, put it in the
That's
cart,
funny.
push it around.
I mean, but who did all the work for like the
I had a neighbor, it was a guy that went to our church. His name was Chip, and I used to work in his garden with him. So he'd pay me to help him do his garden,
chip?
put down the lime, all that good stuff. Yeah, it was
So then he just give you berries and onions.
we didn't have onions. There were no onions, Macho. Stop it.
I
must
just
go
I
back
like
to the
to imagine
onion
you digging up onions.
That's what we did for fun.
Eat them raw.
Dug up them onions.
That there's a good onion right there, Chip.
Sometimes
right,
in the
Mark.
winter we'd save them and throw them at people. They think they were snowballs. It was onions.
Keeps the horse flies away. You rub it on your body.
Yeah. Oh god. Keeps the girls away too.
I can. Well, I didn't need help with that. Hey, ladies, you want some strawberries? Actually, let me show you. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll show you something.
It's that anti-thought deodorant.
What do you say? You talk
You
amongst
said
yourselves.
talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Everyone was like,
That he bailed.
"What's he gonna do?
Oh.
Yeah,
Way
How
to
would you
way
do
to keep the show going while I
He's
step
going to get onion."
I'm working with inferior
Talk
equipment
amongst
here.
yourselves. What do
evidently.
we do?
No,
What
nothing
do
I
we
own.
do?
Check
Nothing
this
I
out.
own for work tonight. Give me a break.
Look at that. Honest
Ooh.
Mark's
Is that on-
vegetables and fruit.
No, you kept it. Oh,
Kept it.
hey,
My first job.
That's a good John, dude.
You
That's
must have
pretty
been a
awesome.
Garfield fan.
I was
Yeah, no.
obviously just John Arbuckle. There you go. Let me get myself.
That's a really solid John Arbuckle.
I'm truly surprised it wasn't Nightcrawler. A little
Yeah.
disappointed.
I
too.
was the Nightcrawler came later. Garfield was my first love. So
Oh,
I used
it
to
was
draw
long.
Garfield and Odie myself. It was fun.
that's what got me in the drawing. Me and my brother would draw Garfield. What did we
Like
sell?
a lot of kids.
Strawberries, potatoes, summer squash, and zucchinis was
Ah,
this particular year, I guess.
wow.
That was my first job.
honest Mark. That's
Honest
kind of
Marks.
cool for a first job. That doesn't seem like that seems too wholesome. You know?
I was a wholesome boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't scamming them or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I
Be an
didn't
honest
say I
Mark.
was-
That's
didn't
not
say I
every
was scamming
anytime
them.
someone's named honest anything, they gotta be automatically scamming people.
Well, where else are you gonna get your strawberries from?
Taking down the neighbors,
Want your strawberries? Pay up.
picking their strawberries at night.
Yeah, sneaking in,
Yeah.
like burning other people's gardens down.
I
Hey.
have strawberries. Do you?
I
You want
spent
honest
$10.
protection? You
I
want your
spent
garden
$10
protection?
on. I spent $10 on Honest Mark summer squash, and I picked up the first one, and they're all bruised underneath.
I was the original Bitcoin. That was a
Yeah.
Bitcoin scam. That was me. Crypto Marks, fruits and veggies.
Head of the game.
That was the original Logan Paul.
I'm picturing more with Mark. There's like a twist open pineapple with like a kilo in there.
There
He's got there's stuff packed inside.
was
all the
heroin
fruits
underneath
and
the
vegetables.
strawberries. It was
Yeah.
no. You don't want the squash.
We should do a top that, but you have to write a story about Honest Mark's vegetable cart.
Oh, that's good.
Funny.
Most annoying part is that I went vegetables and fruit business. Nobody says vegetables and fruit. You say fruit and veggies. But,
That's true.
that was a retarded child.
Yeah, no, you're just that was
It's the
you're
best.
trying to
onion
like
could do.
brand it different.
Yeah, I was going unique. What was
I-
Statty? What was your first job?
My first job was a DJ at a roller rink.
Oh my gosh, it gets better.
Wow.
You are a man of mystery.
Yes. That is crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Did you get a lot of requests for like Lady in Red?
No. At that time, it would have probably been. Let's see here. Of course, Sir Mix-a-Lot, still really popular. That song.
Oh, what a
50
night!
Cent in the club.
Oh yeah.
Around,
Wait,
around 2000
wait, what year was this that you were doing this?
2004, around there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you're a youngin. What?
So you guys are like, we're going to reminisce about 2000 or 1994, and I'm like, I was 9 years old, sitting on the road looking at it.
Macho, what was your first job? Were you like wrestling gators?
My first real job was I was a
Cockfighting?
no, I was that wasn't a job anyway. So no.
That was a
I was-
hobby.
You weren't doing it right.
It was a hobby, yeah. I was a pasta cook for a all girls college in my town here.
You said what kind of cook?
Wait,
A pasta. I was.
Oh,
a
I thought
pasta
you said a
That's-
prostate cook. I'm like,
that's
what the
bizarre.
heck?
No. A pasta.
a
Like,
pasta cook for an all-girls
spaghetti.
college?
yeah.
Would you like a spaghetti?
The legend of Macho Dan just gets more amazing.
Yeah. Sometimes I'd make grilled cheese.
They
trust me
called you.
to make
That's where you got
grilled
the nickname Macho Dan, isn't it?
That's where I got the nickname. Yeah. They told
Like
that.
ladies?
Hey, ladies. They'd be like, "Hey, Macho."
You were like
let your sister out, you little
butt naked with an apron.
Gosh,
and,
Yeah.
cooking up that pasta.
freaking dog.
I was a
Hey,
movie
Cyborg
usher.
USA, what's up, buddy?
That's
I was a movie
amazing.
usher in 1994. Best movie. Dude, we were
That's
just
awesome.
talking about that, man. It's True Lies and Forrest Gump and Lion King. Shoot.
Speed, dude, speed.
So Macho, what was your pasta specialty?
Oh man, I was known for my excellent penne. No, I don't know. I'd make 2 or 3 different types of pasta, and then I would pour pasta sauces from a can into a little trough that they could get the sauce from, and then I'd keep the spices and the cheese all ready to go. That's basically what I did. It was like a salad bar except for pasta toppings.
Oh man. And
It was,
did you have a little kiss the cook apron that you wore?
I wish.
Nothing
Yeah.
underneath
So I started off as the pasta cook, and then I kept getting moved up, and I was eventually just a full-time cook.
My Twitter just refreshed, and there's an article that says "Man with machete tattoo on face accused of machete attack."
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Shawshank, Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump. Hey, is this Rob Casey? By the way, what's up, buddy? I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing good, my man. That was one of my original CG backings. Was
I haven't
Cyborg
seen that
USA.
movie. Shawshank, Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump sounds great. I
I
mean,
see what
was
you're doing. I see what you're
that,
from.
that
I was about
Hawaiian
to.
joint right there? Can I have a little bit of?
I was
your-
about to Shawshank you, just for saying you hadn't seen that movie, but I see what you're doing now.
Can
I
I
get the- I
have
get
some
the
of your
pun now.
tasty burger?
I want to go back to Macho being a cook at an old girls'
Oh
school.
my god!
I know, right?
How'd you get
Did
that
you have
job?
hair?
It's
Did you have
literally- that
long,
was the-
flowy hair?
It was as exciting as it was. No, I did have longer hair. It wasn't really a mullet because mullets weren't cool then. They had faded out of popularity. But I did have kind of a bowl cut, like a long bowl cut. Yeah,
A long bowl
Oh,
cut?
you had the bowl
Yeah.
cut,
yeah. I rocked a really awesome bowl cut.
man.
Yeah,
Macho
I don't know
Dan,
that those
sexy.
words are ever used in the same sentence.
it was like a bowl cut from the front
it
to the side, and then behind my ears, it just got long. It got longer.
The funny thing is, I'm picturing this as Macho in 2004,
Like right now.
like current
Yeah.
Macho
Yeah.
with a bowl cut,
Yeah.
rather than 1990s. I hope this is the 90s Macho.
Yeah. It sure is.
He's like, oh yeah.
I think. Let's see. It was probably 90. Let me see. 90, probably 98. I'd say 90, 96, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
All right.
It was awesome.
Hmm.
The 90s were amazing.
I thought he
Man,
was going to
that-
say he worked at that rawhide bar that the Blues Brothers had.
Uh,
I swept up all
I
the
will.
glass.
So 19. This
All
is
the glass.
96. So we know Macho hit puberty in 96 because I can't imagine he didn't hit puberty working at an old girls' college as a pasta chef with a bowl
I
Did
was
you
cut.
only work like twice a month or what? Like how many times? How many?
yeah, I worked
days
every
did
day after school, man. Every day after school.
So they had
That's such a
pasta every
specific
day.
job to have. Like, yeah, I was a pasta chef.
I mean, all
Yeah.
right, so the story is one of my good friends that I went to school with, I'd go spend the night at his house, and it was real weird because my parents would drop me off, and we had to drive onto the campus of this small women's college, in my town. And I was like, it's weird. Why does Andrew live here? And I found out his parents or his dad was the vice president of the college. So
Hmm.
he got a job he got his son a job at just like working in the kitchen because he was really interested in like food, like cooking. The guy now is actually he's like owns a couple restaurants in DC and stuff.
He owns
So anyway,
college now.
but he was like, hey, do you want to get a job with me? And I was like, heck yeah, I want to get a job at the girls' college.
He's
So
like, hey,
Yeah.
you wanna work at a girls' college.
so he got me a job. That's how I didn't just stumble upon a job at the cafeteria in a girls' college. That's how I got it.
That's kind of how I picture it, though. You're kind of just walking around and someone say you want a job, and you're like, "You hiring?" And you're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, it's great. Let's
Like,
do
what
it.
can you do? Like, I make pasta. I make a mean penne.
Perfect. Just what we're looking for.
make
You never had a
spaghetti. Yeah, I make
linguine like
spaghetti.
mine.
The macho linguine.
That's right. So
Cal,
that
we all
was-
know was a gigolo, not a
Gigolo,
juggalo. Were you
yeah.
a juggalo too?
Jiggle.
I bet he
I was
was a
both.
juggalo.
He was a juggalo though.
No.
Big ICP fan right here.
Yeah, right.
I know you
I
worked
like
at a
Killer
movie
Clowns.
theater because
Mhm.
you broke the projector with your tears during Titanic. I recall
Yeah.
this.
My
this event.
first job was washing refrigerators, washers, and dryers for this sketchy dude who sold them out of his backyard. And this guy, he had this massive backyard. There were probably like 200 units, like refrigerators, washers, and dryers. I don't know who he was selling them to, but they were outside in the dirt, so he needed somebody.
Yeah, I
to
used
come
to
and
sell him
wash 'em.
strawberries.
Yeah.
I think 5 of them probably had his former employees in there, so probably like lucked out. Just go on it, you clean it right in there. Just get in there, clean that right there. Slam.
So Cal was
that a
involved
weird job.
in human trafficking for his first job.
Mildly.
Macho was a male prostitute posing as a pasta cook, and I sold drugs apparently.
I never sold drugs.
Gave them away for free.
I
get
didn't say you sold. I said I sold drugs. I called you the male
Oh.
prostitute, which you're not.
Oh.
But
Yeah, I mean, this is the lore of the goons.
before we found
Humble
Jesus,
beginnings.
we were involved in human trafficking, drugs, male prostitution, and Stat. What was your first job again?
Radio or yeah, roller rink DJ.
You were you were
Roller
a
DJ. That's a fun one.
at a roller skating rink.
Can't tell you how many times I heard Stacy's mom.
Oh yeah,
Friggin' shift.
Man, yeah, see, I'm remembering roller skating rinks from the 90s.
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters with the strobe light.
It was like, oh, what a night. Played a lot.
oh my
And,
gosh. Song.
you know, Lady in Red when he wanted to hold hands with the cute girl at the roller skating rink. Or when my mom would hold my hand at the roller skating rink.
You look over and she's eating pasta, and you're like, "Dang it, Macho!"
Ah, Macho!
Sorry, I just make pasta and the ladies they just come after the pasta.
Macho's
I don't
out with my mom in the roller skating rink holding hands. Darn it.
Skating up with a bowl of pasta, gives it to him.
My
and
dad's just
skates
letting it
away.
happen. Yeah, it's Macho Dan.
I can't help it. She loves my pasta.
And Murdoch, what was your first job?
First job was White Hen Pantry.
What?
Nobody knows what White Hen Pantry is.
What's a whitehead?
It's like
pantry?
it's a convenience store, but it was like a big coffee place way back then,
Alright.
before there was a bajillion coffee places.
You were the OG indie comic shop or indie coffee shop.
Yes, yeah. No, it was a chain. It was a big place.
What was it
was
called?
in
Whitehead
Illinois.
Pantry?
White Hen, yeah, White Hen.
Oh,
Pantry.
White Hen Pantry.
Yeah.
I was like Whitehead, like a
White
pimple.
hen pantry.
Yeah,
I was like, that's a
That's-
disgusting name for a coffee shop.
That's what we used. That's what we used to cream the coffee.
That was the cream.
Ew.
Oh yeah,
We had-
that's awful.
We had
all
we
those
had
pimply teenagers running that coffee shop.
we had Macho Dan there with his bowl cut. We just get him a headlock.
I had
Hey,
very clear
ladies.
skin. I'll have you know. It was from all the steam coming off of the pasta. It kept my pores clear.
Rejuvenated.
Get your pores clear. I had no hope being a greasy Italian. There was no hope of me having clear skin during the teenage years.
Never.
Oof. It was rough. I don't know if we got time, but I'm going to go ahead and just start it up anyway.
I'm king, and they know it. When I snap my fingers, everybody says sure. I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot. Top that.
I saw Cal mouthing it out there.
I love it. So Top
Dave's
That
gonna-
is everyone's favorite story pitch game show in all of the universe, and each contestant has 2 minutes to pitch a story based on the prompts given, and whoever wins, and that's pretty much the whole gist of it. Our prompt this week was 10 years ago, everyone in a small Midwestern town disappeared. Go. So that's it. That's the only prompt this week.
Okay, I want to go first. And that's
You going
because
first?
I am. And it's because my I have to read half of it off of my computer and half of it off my phone because I wrote it on my phone doing stuff and then I was rewriting it and I got halfway through and that's why it's bad. That's my excuse. But I'm gonna give it a go.
Okay.
All right. Well, Macho, your 2 minutes begins now.
Donnie needed to get out of town. His Magic the Gathering convention was starting tomorrow, and he had a 5-hour drive from his hometown of Cadillac, Michigan, to Kalamazoo, where the con was held. He was in a rush to get started and noticing things while packing that were kind of strange, like why was his toilet brush missing? Who steals just the brush? His toaster also seemed to be gone, but the cord was still there for some reason. His roommate Terry must have been messing around. While backing out of the driveway, Donnie noticed that somebody had also seemed to have taken his entire mailbox. How could he forget How could he forget there was a big red twig and berries painted on the side as a prank? Well, Donnie didn't have time for this crap. He had 4 days of Magic Con to get onto. On the way out of town, he passed the old movie time rental place and noticed that it seemed to be leveled. That sucks. He still had a copy of Porky's that he rented 2 weeks ago. Oh well, I guess he gets to keep that. Magic Con was calling, and Danny followed. 4 days later, Danny was still buzzing from the con and on his way home. Only home was gone. He was stopped by the National Guard on his way into town. He was questioned, released, and the guard wouldn't tell him anything. They were guarding the road into town with a lot of heavy equipment and a lot of firepower. Weeks turned into months, and then years, and Donnie had to go on with his life. He began again, and he opened a Magic the Gathering gaming store with his insurance payout from the government. That's when the toilet brush showed up. There it was, laying on the floor in his Magic the Gathering playroom. Whatever. This is terrible. Then, as he was closing up for the day, his mailbox from the old house showed up, jammed right into the concrete outside of his gaming store. It even had that twig and berries painted on the side of it. Then the movie... dang it.
Time's up.
Oh, yeah, it is. Sure is.
What was the prompt for this?
10 years ago, a small Midwestern.
I was getting to it. I
Oh,
was getting to it.
Were you though?
Yes. I don't know what I was
You know the
writing.
rules.
Look,
You get
I've
2
had
minutes.
A bad day. I've had a bad day, and everybody needs to leave me alone.
oh,
baby.
maybe we should give him a little more time.
Macho
okay.
Land.
It's just very terrible. It's a terrible pitch anyway. But I did try, and that's what matters.
That is what matters. We'll let you finish it after we've decided our winner. How about that?
Okay, that's fine.
See, I'm a merciful
It was
host.
10 years ago a town disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone in the town disappeared.
Oh. And they
So
just stayed
I
low.
was kind of doing it from beginning to end. The town disappeared, and then it was 10 years later. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
All right. Hang on a second here. All right. I have selected Kaloha to be our next contestant.
Hey, that's who me is.
That's you. That's you, big boy.
All right. Well,
Um,
let's see if I can fit this into 2 minutes.
Oh my. I'm ready. I'm ready with the time up. You know I'm not playing tonight.
All right, let's do this.
Macho, I changed your name too. Now you're the Clint Eastwood
Oh,
movie. All right, Macho.
Wait.
That's the name of it, right? I get that right? All right.
yeah, it is.
All right, Mr. Jameson.
Hmm.
As soon as you get the taco out of your teeth, we'll
Yep.
begin here.
All right,
Ready?
let's do it.
Your 2 minutes begins now.
10 years after the population of a small desert town vanished overnight without a trace, a team of urban explorers with a map following set out to use their resources and experience to discover the truth behind the disappearances of over 5,000 people. When it happened, there were no witnesses. Lenore's Crossing wasn't a tourist spot or even a stop along a major freeway. Very few people who didn't live in town were even aware it existed. That morning, folks only in town for work began to notice an unnatural deadness in the air. Though it wasn't a busy town by any estimation, there were always folks on the road in the morning, headed for work, taking the kids to school, out to get coffee or breakfast, but that was not the case on that day. The state police stepped in immediately and conducted a brief investigation, but for some unknown reason stopped after only a week. The official statement was that there was not a single clue as to why the population had left or where they might have gone, much less how they had gotten there. And that was it. No three-letter agencies got involved, no intrepid journalists. Almost as fast as it had happened, everyone seemed to have ceased caring about the finding answers. As far as anyone could tell, what had happened was exactly what appeared to have happened. At some point, or at multiple points during the night of April 30th into the early morning of May 1st, 2014, every soul in the Lenore's Crossing, Arizona had vanished into thin air. When YouTube phenomenon Urbextra and their hundreds of thousands of viewers take to the streets and alleys of Lenore's Crossing, what they find will test not only their skills but their sanity as they methodically come to discover why the authorities abandoned the investigation so quickly in the first place. Some things are not meant to be known by mortal minds. It's the Roanoke disappearances, laced with themes from Lovecraft's The Festival, set in the modern era, unfolding weekly in the...
Yeah.
That was the important part.
He still got beeped. He still got Trebek.
beat.
I only had like 3 words left, so that's fine.
It's okay. You still got Trebek. That's all. I just didn't want to
That's
be.
all Macho cares about.
Yeah.
Oh, now Cal's gone.
Just picking my
Just
teeth.
us.
Hang on a second here. There we go. We'll change Cal's name too. Cry Aloha. right. Murdoch, do you care to redeem this? This
I'll give it a
episode
shot.
Hey, mine was good. Mine was good.
tonight? Those last 3 words would have sealed the deal, though. Needed them.
All
right, you ready?
Everybody's getting beeped here. I got to get on my best Micro Machine Man voice.
2 minutes, man.
All right.
All right, your 2 minutes begins now.
Sarah, a young woman whose world unraveled when she received news of her father's mysterious death, is heading home. Returning to her long-forgotten hometown of Cairo, Illinois, she's met with an eerie silence that envelops the once bustling community in a shroud of dust and dread. As she delves deeper into the heart of this forsaken place, Sarah makes a bone-chilling discovery. All of its inhabitants have vanished without a trace. Each home she visits, searching for answers, tells a disturbing tale. Clocks frozen, but all at different times. Front doors open, clothes gone moldy, abandoned washing machines, kitchen sinks left running, daily life left to decay. Dinner tables once set for a family feast now display a grotesque feast for flies, starved birds lying dead at the bottom of their cages. Driven by fear and urgency, Sarah's relentless investigation leads her to the town's antiquated hospital, a modest relic from the 40s. Inside its grim, sterile walls, she uncovers a gruesome trail of rot-like tar that descends into the sinister depths of the hospital's basement. But unlike the rest of the town, the clocks in the hospital continue to tick. The relentless cadence pushes her on. As Sarah confronts the horrors lurking within the hospital shadows, she unknowingly inches closer to the spine-tingling revelation that holds the key to the town's eerie emptiness. Vanishing echoes is sure to leave readers on the edge of their seats, dangling in suspense, wondering if Sarah will unearth the horrifying truth or become another victim of the enigmatic forces that have claimed her hometown. Top that.
Whoa! We got the top that.
Boom.
Look at that. Stat, you have a friend in the chat?
Hey, Stip and Bud, how's it going?
There you go. Sorry, we couldn't interrupt Mr. Murdoch's pitch.
No, you couldn't.
All right. Well, look, we have a default winner tonight because he's the only one who finished within
I
the
don't want to win
time.
by default. That's depressing.
I mean, I was on Team
no
Cal for a little
victory
bit.
in that.
There is victory in that. You did the job. You did the work.
What if I had one?
Do you have one?
I'm finishing up the last word.
What?
Perfect.
Oh, sick.
I wrote it.
Maybe you can borrow Cal's 3 words that he didn't use.
Uh,
All right, just give me 1 second. I just need to nail this last word. Continue talking for a second, and I'll get things ready.
Cal, do you want to say your last 3 words while Stats?
sure. It's a found footage tradition, was where I ended, but presented as live. So that's 4.
Isn't Macho going to finish his?
No.
I'm not.
I feel like Macho has another 2 minutes in his.
Yeah, it's a little rambling. It's okay.
It's all right. I'm just glad you didn't use AI this week. That I was very proud of you for that.
Whatever. I used AI like one time.
One
All right.
time. One time too many. More like it.
Don't share my screen yet.
Don't share it.
Yeah, don't share it
Make
quite
a
yet.
big screen.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have something to share?
I'm going to click it, but don't share it yet.
Oh, don't share yet. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay, ready?
In the meantime, I'm just going to do this to you.
That sounds
good. All right, your 2 minutes begins now.
Case file 7751. Doppio and I decided to take a road trip to the destination, Crowdedville, USA. We heard stories that would keep your coffee humming. Upon arrival, we found Crowdedville quite empty. Must have been a sale on onions. All the tourist traps had no lines. I suppose things weren't so bad. We went into a pasta joint, see if we could cook some up. No luck. We left the town hungry. Too hungry. As we left, a lone boy appeared before our car. Want to buy an onion? He said. I hit the gas. Just barely missed him. He got lucky. Next stop, mother-in-law's house. Wish us luck. Go ahead and share.
Oh, sweet Moses.
Top hat.
nice.
He wins.
Oh no. Dave,
There's
you're
Onion
such a-
Boy. Onion Mark.
This was some Kaiser Sose level storytelling.
Yeah.
This is written in 2 minutes story.
See that, Macho? 2 minutes.
I
He
know,
wrote it in
I-
2 minutes and presented it in like
Here's
30
that
seconds.
story, and then look back at the stream, and all the pieces start coming. Suddenly, Stats limp goes away. Stands up straight.
Oh shoot, that's good.
Those guys, man, I'm so happy we got a Coffee Brothers.
Me too.
Coffee Brothers. We need more Coffee Brothers in the world.
We do need more.